I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
Girl, if you don't turn around and walk the hell away, I swear to God.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a very interesting video, guys. This video is a video of a groom who decided to recite his vows and it all went wrong. So apparently this video was posted by the company that did the videography of the wedding, and he shared the video of this man giving his vows, and some of the things he was saying, that was not a vow. This has gotten everybody talking. I need you guys to see this video and then we'll come back and talk.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Come on, Cody. Are you sure?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
We've made it this long.
Let me know what you think about that vow. Let me know how that feels. So this has gotten everybody on the upright, but I'm just like, you know what? If that was his own vow, what was our own vow? And I decided to go look for the original video, okay, so that we get full context. No, we like having context here, okay? So, guys, let's go check out the full video of our own vows versus his own vows, and then we'll come back and talk. I'm not going to say much yet.
Right. This thing isn't going to start itself, so let's get to it.
Cody. From the moment we met in high school, we have had a special bond that was indescribable. Since then, you have distracted me, captivated me, and challenged me in a way no one ever has. I always thought it'd be difficult to find someone who would love me when I was in a million pieces. It's like trying to solve a puzzle when you don't know if you have all the right pieces. If y'all didn't know, Cody didn't even think he would make it to 21. Neither did Kevin, hence life insurance. But when I say I wouldn't be more proud in the man, dad, and partner you are today, I mean it, and I have fallen in love with you over and over again. But you have been there through my heartbreaks as a best friend, and you saw how broken I was. You showed me that not every piece has to be in place to create something special. That love can exist in the most imperfect, lost, and broken people. I promise to always be true to you, to support you, to frustrate you, and challenge you, to hold you accountable, and to share with you the most beautiful moments of my life.
So what parts of what she was saying was funny that he was laughing? Yeah, how sweet she was. She was pouring out her heart out to this man. Like, you know what? You're going to be the best dad, the best this, and that was what he was laughing. Anyway, let's rewatch his own take on it, his own vow one more time.
Anywho, Cody.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
This is either going to be the most beautiful couple ever, or we're all going out in the same bolt of lightning. Either way, Cody, please proceed.
She's the brains of the operation, so.
Okay.
Well, where's the other one?
Apparently you don't put that on here.
Cody,
It's on the wrong hand.
yeah. So that's the right. Yeah.
So let's try that again.
Back here.
Maybe say something. Maybe say words. You say words now.
I love you. Promise to frustrate you all the time.
Promise to frustrate you all the time. Good.
Promise I'm not going to listen to you. I mean, I will listen. I got that backwards, didn't I?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Come on, Cody. Are you sure?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
We've made it this long.
What was funny? I didn't see the joke there. And the fact that these men, they will show you and they tell, in fact, they show you and they tell you who they are, and yet some of us still don't listen. Some women don't listen. This has gotten a whole lot of people talking. A whole lot of people are reacting to this. This video, we're going to hear women's reaction to this video. So I'm going to post a part 2 after this one of men's reaction to this video. So you want to stay tuned, okay? So let's go check out what women think about this video. What are their thoughts about this? So you please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this video down in the comment section. What are your thoughts versus our own vow versus his vow? Anyway, I have a lot to say, but let's go hear other people's thoughts, okay?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
We've made it this long.
Be so for real right now that this is a video that has over 5 million views on the internet. I highly recommend going to the original video and seeing the beginning part of his vows to his wife, because I'm too embarrassed for him to even post a stitch to that. Since when is it okay for men to embarrass their wives just minutes after they made a commitment to respect them and love them for the rest of their lives? They are smashing cakes in the faces of these brides who are spending hundreds of dollars and hours the morning of the wedding in order to get ready and look their best. They are spending so much money on dresses that are getting ruined by alcohol. They're getting thrown into ponds. They're getting food spilled on them. They're getting their dresses torn on the dance floor. Like, where is the respect and the protection that a husband is supposed to provide for their wives? This is going to be the same man who gets a divorce and is shocked when his wife says that she's unhappy with him.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
I want every woman to get to such a point of self-love that even on their wedding day, if their husband-to-be looks at them and utters some shit like this, they have the strength and courage to leave, and they have full confidence that they will find the love that they deserve, because this is such a humiliating thing. This is what I mean when I say the kind of man that you lie with, that you tie yourself to, is such a representation about how you feel about yourself. Okay? That man does not love you, because he cannot even get on a stage on one of the most important days of his life and not make an ass of himself. He does not have that kind of self-control. He does not love himself. He could never love anybody else. He's going to put himself first for the rest of this marriage and for the life.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
This guy's vows at his wedding are horrific. Horrific. His vows were, I promise to smack your ass. And the officiant said, is that it, Kyle? That's all you want to say to the woman you're marrying? And he was like, yep, I'm just going to smack her ass. So I didn't write anything. And he has no shame. He was just like, yeah, I didn't write anything for this whore. I would never, this dumb bitch. Do men like women, or are they, what is happening? Is this, because to me, nothing screams, I'm secretly gay, than just being completely disrespectful to the woman that you're forced to marry. They had to get dressed up and meet her at the altar. And it's such a pain, and ugh, I'm gonna smack your ass though, ugh, whatever. Also, the fact that the woman just stood there. Girl, fix your life. Get it together. How are you gonna let a man with a chin strap beard toss you around like that?
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
And the sad part is, I just know she's gonna get on the internet defending that man, because what else can she do at this point? Because after that, I'm pretty sure they still said I do. Please don't settle. Please don't settle. Because I promise you, if you settle now, all you are doing is prolonging the unsettlement later. Like, this is a blessing in disguise. If this is how he pulling up to the wedding, then you already know how he pulling up to the delivery room. He ain't. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, please, I'm begging women to not settle. I'm just begging y'all. Like, I know it's lonely. I know, like, dating sucks. We all get it. We know. Don't settle. Don't settle. Because this is ridiculous, heartbreaking, and he would have got slapped the fuck up.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
This is the kind of man who asks women what they bring to the table, without realizing that the women are the table, are the house that table is in. The women create the world that table exists in. And this is what that man brings to the table, and so many other men like him. This video has 550,000 likes, and all the men laughing at what this man is saying and doing are the exact same type of man. The type of men who will go their whole lives exploiting the women in their lives for all that they're worth, dismissing their value, and throwing them under the bus whenever they get a chance.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
that it? Are you sure?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
Let me just say this. If you ever see me getting married, institutionalize me. But if I ever do get married, it'll be at a courthouse with a stranger on the street as my witness, because I dare a man to embarrass me like that in front of people that I know. I mean, period, but also people that I know. I'm gonna switch backgrounds here because this is what really needs to be said. I feel like the great thing about social media and TikTok in general is that we as women have so much new access to like information and experience sharing, which is a really beautiful thing. But it also means that in this point in our like generational journey, some of us are on our own. Like if this is your man and you want to provide a comforting smile to him as he disrespects you on your wedding day, good for you, Sarah, because it is disrespect. The fact that that minister gave that man 2-3 times to like find something sincere to say about this woman other than that he likes her fat ass. If I'm being delusional here, I feel like marriage should be that one day where you like very seriously, emotionally commit to like taking that next step to a new life with someone. But if like your vows are, you know how I do, good for you. That's her problem, not ours, really. I will say this. Let her come on this app in 2 months talking about how her husband offered to like change a diaper, or she comes home from vacation and her house looks like a tornado hit it, or she's like giving birth to their child and he's in the room complaining about the AC being too cold. I will personally make sure to let her know that she's on her own with that. More importantly, is he saying that in front of like Nana in the front row? My little brother personally would have jumped over 6 chairs to like knock this guy out.
This guy and his crude wedding vows, even the preacher was like, Cody. And for me, it's the pride he has. Look at how proud he is that he is a dummy. She worked so hard on this wedding. He showed up in like tennies. Okay, not tennies, but comfortable shoes, and proud as hell in front of his 2 sons and his parents. His dad was the best man. And this poor woman had had a miscarriage, which is listed in their wedding write-up. Poor Caitlyn has put up this man since freshman year, went through 3 pregnancies, and this fool couldn't even come up with his vows. This boy, his mother should be embarrassed. She was there, by the way. His dad, best man, right over there, he should be embarrassed. What kind of role model are you to your son? Be a dick at your wedding and she'll put up with it?
Oh my god, have you seen the video of that groom that's like, I promise to smack that ass every chance I get? And even the officiant is like trying to give him a chance, like, hey, is that all you got? Is that all you got? And he's like, yeah, that's all I got. First, writing vows is an option. They chose to write vows. He made the choice to write vows and then didn't. You know what? Maybe they're perfectly happy. I don't know. I just know that it triggered the fuck out of me because my ex, the only compliments he would give me were about my body, and not like my body in its entirety, but my body parts. On top of that, he would actively degrade the things I was passionate about, the things I loved, the things I loved to do, the things that I felt talented in. He would actively tear them down. I was a comedian. I just wasn't that funny. I was a writer. Oh, your cute little stories. He would look like he was in physical pain when I read him anything that I wrote, and his response would be, keep your day job, chicken. When I tell these stories, it needs to come with the disclaimer that when someone tears down your self-esteem, it is not with a bang. It is erosion. It is slow. It slowly wears you down. It gets to the point where all your self-esteem hangs on what they have approval over, and with him, it was how I looked. When he was pleased with me, he'd be so sweet and so supportive, just like he was in the beginning of our relationship, that I started to literally believe that all I needed to do was please him, and then he'd be nice to me. His niceness was reliant on me. And if I fucked it up, it was my fault. And you know, I'm projecting right now. I don't know their relationship again. Maybe they're perfectly happy, but I just have this vision in my head of her going to him being like, hey, that really upset me. I wish you'd said something sweet for our vows. He's going to be upset with her. He's going to be upset with her, and she's going to think that it's her fault, that his attitude towards her is her fault, that if she was just pleased with him, then he'd be pleased with her. And it's a fucking trap. And if she ever sees this, or anyone watching this who's in a situation like this, kindness is not a currency. Okay? Kindness is not a currency. If you are walking on eggshells just so your partner is nice to you, either invest in therapy or leave, if it is safe for you to do so. I know that's not always available to everyone, but if you can, oh my God, get out.
That man did not want to marry her. This is a fact a lot of women just will not accept. A lot of men are not man enough to break up with you, especially if they've invested so much time and they have kids and they don't think they can do better, especially if you mother them. And they just aren't man enough to leave you. So they will do things like this man did with the shitty vows, disrespecting his wife. They want to see if you will leave them because they are not man enough to leave you. Fully believe that. And I also fully believe that whenever men get too comfortable, they get mean. And I love that the public is holding this man accountable, because to say that at a wedding in front of all these people, their family, is so inappropriate and actually disgusting and uncomfortable. I did not even let my husband smash cake in my face on our wedding day because I thought that was disrespectful, and I told him I would not sign the paperwork. I actually had an uncle ask him why he would not smash cake in my face, and I told everyone that if he did it, I would not sign the paperwork. Because you are not starting our marriage off by disrespecting me, especially in front of my family. And that is what I have to think about that, and I am so passionate about this, and I would love for more of a deep dive on this whole situation.
So you've probably all seen Cody's wedding vows at this point, and the amount of videos that I've seen on this led me to start thinking, like, who posted the original of this? It can't have been the bride, or maybe it was, and she was thinking maybe it was cute, maybe it was cut, like how did this even happen? Because if the bride herself is on TikTok, like, I feel really bad for her. Like, all of these people are just commenting and judging, and that, like, they don't know anything about this couple. Obviously it is painful to watch, but anyway, I went searching for the original and I found it, which also led me to find the woman with the purple hair toaster strudel vows, which are honestly, like, worse in my opinion. But both of these full videos were posted by the vendor, and not posted in a way of like, here's a snapshot of the video that I did this weekend at this beautiful wedding. Posted in a way of like, oh my God, grooms, make sure you write your vows. Or can you believe the groom said this at his vows? Like, totally sensationalizing it, posting it for clout. And the way I would never, ever, ever in a million years hire either of those vendors to do anything in my wedding, simply because of that. Like, trashy. And those videos went viral, and I think both of these photographers knew 1000% what they were doing, and they knew that a video like this would go viral. And it's gross. Like, can you imagine something really embarrassing happening to you at your wedding and your wedding vendor taking advantage of that situation for what? Followers on TikTok? And it's not like these people had a choice even, because it was probably in their contract that the vendor has full rights to these videos and can do whatever they want with them. Like, if these brides even wanted these videos to not be on the internet, they wouldn't have a choice. I think we should all do our part and really just stop reposting these videos.
I promise to smack at every chance I get. That's all I got.
Oh, hey there. Just want to circle back to my two main points. I feel like I have to say every other day. One, most men don't like women. They just see you as an object, even when you convince them to marry you. Two, why would anyone want to get married this badly? Why do women want to be married this badly? To think this is the end game. Mm-hmm. For what? To just be humiliated on a day that you have probably spent years and years and years planning? Why would anyone be willing to be treated like this? At all. Ever. Girl. You okay? Men, are you okay?
I promise to smack at every chance I get. That's all I got.
Is that it? Are you sure?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
We've made it this long.
That's one day too long, if you ask me. I feel so bad for that bride. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way he couldn't come up with anything else but that. And the worst part is, like, you know, they spent months. No, judging from what I've seen, you know, she spent months planning that wedding. The hair and the makeup and the canopy and the officiant and the dress and everything. She spent months planning that wedding. And he couldn't bother to spend 5 minutes just coming up with something nice to say to her on her wedding day. Oh my God. And that poor bride just standing there, just trying to grin her way through. Like, I can't even imagine what she's feeling. The rage that I would feel. Oh my God. Even the officiant is trying to be like, hey man, you sure?
Are you sure?
You're sure there's nothing else that you want to say? Just like, you're nice. You're a kind person. I have fun with you. Like, nothing. Oh, God. annulment? Is an annulment on the table? Let's. Oh my God. What?
I didn't write nothing down.
That's what you're going out with?
That's what I'm going with.
Cool.
No, because if this was me, I can't even tell you how fast I would physically assault my fiance in front of every single person that knows and loves us.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
Now, I'm married. I'm happily married. So before anyone's like, oh, you're just an old, bitter single person. No, I'm not. I was teased relentlessly because I didn't have a boyfriend until I turned 22. And I was told, oh, you're going to be an old maid. In fact, for one of my birthdays, as a joke in front of everybody, I was given cat toys. I didn't even own a cat. But it was like, oh, you're going to be a spinster with cats. Women are told that, oh, you should be oh so lucky that a man marries you. We are told that, you know, if you aren't married by this age, then something is wrong with you. But men get to be perpetual bachelors, right? This isn't the first video that I've seen where a man has been gross in his wedding vows. Research shows that on the whole, not speaking for every individual, but married men live longer and single women are more happy. So who's actually the lucky one in marriage? That woman is better off single.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all
I just want to say, like, for that to have even been considered, this is not the first, the third, the second, the fourth time he has taken a moment of seriousness and of devotion and has turned it into a joke. And the fact that you're okay going through the wedding, which I get it, you might have been together for a long time, but he disrespected you on the most important day of y'all's lives together, number one. Number two, he disrespected you in front of your family. Number three, he disrespected you in front of the whole freaking world. And that's not okay. That you deserve way better than he gave you, and you deserve more assurances than he gave you. He sexualized you when he was supposed to lay out his love.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
So this is the original video, I assume, because this is a wedding videographer's page. And here's the thing. I think we are all somewhat aware that most wedding vendors are going to have a social media clause that will allow them to use photography or filmography from the wedding to promote their services. My question is, did the bride and groom know that this specific portion of their wedding was going to be the part that got uploaded to TikTok and other social media platforms? Or did the filmographer go rogue because he was technically already given permission via a contract and post what he knew would garner the attention on social media? Either way, I think it was inappropriate to post this specific portion of their wedding on TikTok.
I promise to smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
I feel so bad for the wives every time I see this, because she probably put so much effort into hers, and then he just out here embarrassing her in front of everybody at her wedding. Not only that, he got stopped multiple times, and the nigga just kept on going like it was nothing. So this one comment I saw on Instagram where a woman was like, oh, my man, he's a man midwife, and he helps people give birth every single day, but he said, I didn't know I could be reborn until I married you. Like, the bar said so low for women, and we need to push it further up, because if men like that exist, go for that. Like, why would you want a man who's not poetic and sweet at your wedding at the very least, you know? But just as me.
To smack ass every chance I get. That's all I got.
My wish for women is that I hope that you love yourself so much that you don't tolerate anything like this. Whether it's done publicly or privately, you don't need to be dealing with someone like this who doesn't have the conscience or doesn't have the maturity to not embarrass you in public, or who doesn't have the decency to know that this is just not okay. I mean, it's not just a random day. It's not even a Valentine's Day. It's not even a birthday. It's your wedding day. It's that one day in your life where you should be the absolute royal and receive absolute royal treatment from your husband or soon-to-be husband. This is the behavior of someone who doesn't really care about you. They might care about you as much as you do things for them, as much as you show up for them. So they might love you because maybe they have grown to get comfortable around you. So they love the things that you do for them. They love the way that you are a good woman to them. But for a man who really loves a woman, he doesn't treat you like this. He can't. He didn't even prepare a speech. And not only that, He didn't even have it in him to just come up with it right there. For a man to really love a woman, he wouldn't let you be in this position like this. This is humiliating, and it's not funny. It's not funny. This is also a behavior of a man who doesn't really give a fuck about this day. Not only does he not give a fuck about you, but he also doesn't give a fuck about this day for himself, which only validates that he does not love you. And this type of behavior is so abusive, but it's often disguised as a joke, like hee hee ha ha. And this is why a lot of women have a hard time breaking away from narcissistic relationships, or they have a hard time breaking away from it or identifying from it, because it's confusing. You know, oh, this person is just saying joke. Oh, they're joking, they're playing around, they're being goofy. Maybe I'm the one overreacting. And they will certainly make you feel like you're overreacting. Anytime you try to express your feelings about how this was inappropriate, how this was disrespectful, they'll make you feel crazy for expressing that to them. So when you're dealing with a man who doesn't respect you for anything that you have to say, or who doesn't even show how appreciative he is, or who doesn't even have the decency to respect you in front of other people on your special day, you're in for a ride. You're in for the worst ride in your life. I don't know what this woman did in this video, but I guess I'm speaking to the people who are dealing with a man like this in private life. You don't need to be dealing with people like this. And it doesn't matter what they say to you. It doesn't matter what their words are to you, how much they claim to love you. He does not love you, and he will not change. If he's acting like this already, he's not going to change. Even if you have a baby with him, even if you spend 10 years, 20 years dedicating your life for this man, he's not going to change. So for a man like this, the better, what's best to do is, as soon as you start seeing these red flags, work up the courage to walk away. That is the only way you can save yourself from a situation like this. There's nothing you can do to make a man change, especially someone who's acting like this at his grown age. Like, this is not a 10-year-old we're talking about. This is a grown age man. And if he's acting like this, this is who he is, and you have to respect that. But also respect yourself enough to not deal with this, because you don't have to.
A lot of you have seen this video by now where this woman is marrying some dude named Cody, and he didn't write vows and doesn't care at all about being there. And it's super embarrassing. And you may ask yourself, why did she go through with this? Why didn't anyone stop it? Why didn't any of her friends or family stop it? I also got married in a humiliating way to somebody who didn't care about me, and I also went through with it. He had booked a chapel in Vegas and didn't tell me. I guess it was going to be a surprise. And then the way he told me about it was, we had an argument, and he goes, I guess I'll cancel the chapel then. No proposal. We still went forward with it. He also didn't write vows. And leading up to going into the chapel, he was actually just talking shit about them trying to sell us pictures because he didn't want pictures. I still married him. What I learned in the ensuing years and ensuing divorce was, of course, that nobody that I'd ever had in my life up until that point ever actually respected or liked me. Like, even people that were around after the divorce that had been in my life a long time simply never respected me on any level, or maybe even liked me at all. I can guarantee you almost everyone in attendance at that wedding does not respect or really love this woman. She probably hasn't experienced being respected or loved, because that's how you end up here. Robert Greene has a TikTok now. He's the guy who wrote the 48 Laws of Power, or the Narcissist Manifesto, basically. But it's a very accurate book, and really it's helpful for anyone to read. But one of the things he talks about that's very true that I started noticing as I started sort of waking up to how the hell did my life end up like this. He says, catch somebody unaware. So somebody you know or you believe loves you. Tap them on the shoulder when they're not expecting it. Surprise them. There's a split second when they first recognize you that how they feel about you is going to show on their face. And before I'd ever started even researching this stuff or had heard him talk about that, I had noticed with people in my life from time to time, there would be these micro expressions that would be really confusing to me, which I now recognize to be contempt. And it was always in those little flashes before they had fully put their mask on. But it's really, really obvious. It's just hard to accept that people that have been in your life, maybe your whole life, or years or decades, actually hold a lot of contempt and resentment for you. And even if they say they want you to do well, they really don't. So I hope that this woman is well, and that if she decides to start healing, that she also tells probably most of her friends and family to fuck off forever. Because they're why she ended up with Cody. Cody's just a symptom.
Wow. Let me know what you think about this video and women's reaction to this video. The points they make, was it valid? Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. But please, please, please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. Okay? Please. I love the way we communicate down in the comment section. Very respectful, and I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to post the part 2 of this video of men reacting to this wedding video, so you should check it out. That should be the next video after this. But I really find a lot of the points these women made very, very interesting, and I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm going to keep my thought more on the men's own, but I find a lot of their own conversation very interesting, talking about how reflection of Kobe, the reflection of this woman's husband, the reflection of who she is and the life she is and the people around her. And I kind of like, I understand that so well. Like, that really affects the way we accept things, the way we see life, and the way we take life, and the way we take disrespect. And yeah, some people may say, oh, this is all joke, ha ha ha, you don't know these people, you don't know their relationship with get. But the fact that you're willing to embarrass her on your wedding day, it's not just it. And then for me, I kind of understand the concern of people talking about the cinematographer, the videographer posting this video, that is not fair. But I get it. Like, I understand that part, because this is actually going to be like, I hope it's an eye-awakening moment for her, seeing how people are responding to this, what women think about this, and then that like board's thinking ahead. But for me, blaming the videographer for posting this video when the videographer was not the one that didn't prepare a wedding vow. You show up for your wedding, and you're supposed to show up in your wedding in your best, but you choose to show up like this. So why should you didn't choose to protect yourself and not embarrass yourself and your wife? You came up like that, but now the videographer should protect you from the public and from public opinion and scrutiny. Like, you were not even thinking that for yourself. You were not thinking the fact that they're concerned more of the public reaction rather than how he treats his wife. For me, I don't get it. Like, it does not make sense. Anyway, I'm going to speak more on this in the part 2, so you should check out the part 2 to hear more of my thoughts. But please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this video down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Go ahead and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.